Hello and welcome, everyone,
Hello.
Howdy ho.
to another game of VenturePoint D&D. How are we doing this week?
We're doing this week.
That sounds
I've
good.
still a drink all over my desk.
Oh, lovely.
It was doing well until that very moment.
Oh, well, hopefully things get a little better from here. Last time,
all over my keyboard.
just entirely. Oh, wonderful. So, last time, you, as a band of adventurers, were hired by the city of Etherfall to go and investigate some noises that were being sort of interrupting people's sleep over in a nearby town, more of a hamlet really, called Lee Barrow. Making your way there, you made fast friends with the local head of the Church of Skyrim, who pointed you in the direction of Fair River Farm, off to the east. Riding there, you met the owner, Harold Alderson, of the farm, but were very suspicious of him from the beginning. After doing some explorations of the farm and trying to get into the farmhouse through various different means, Dylan has disappeared.
Bye.
After trying to get into the farmhouse through several different means, you ended up making your way to the barn, which they had directed you to so you can stay in overnight, and found underneath the barn a series of ancient ruins that you explored. A small puzzle, from the looks of it, room that you quickly broke some of the doors of as you figured out how to operate the system. Making your way through the area, you realised this was once perhaps the cellar to a larger house above the ground, and met the old owner of... There he is, he's back. Met the old owner of said ruins, Lady Mariamne, who played a song for you, entertained you for a time, and you got some more information about the beings above, who could take the face of anyone they had met. Making your way back up to the main room, and with Xenophilius, or was it Callahan, making their way up and sneaking, staying invisible, saw the two men, the owner of the farm and the farmhand, in the barn, seemingly waiting for them. He came back down the stairs into the small room that you were all in, which we will now continue from. Let me move you all onto the correct map. Well, in fact, you're already there, where you should be.
I think I'm on the correct map.
Yep, I should have directed you to it.
We're missing someone. Never mind, there is only four of us.
There is only four of you.
Yeah, I just can't count. Don't worry about it.
That's alright.
I can only see three of us.
Who can't you see?
Xenophilius is currently up the tunnel a bit.
Oh, that'd be wrong.
Yeah.
He's there. Bing.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see him now.
Can you hear me?
So, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Ooh. My video appears to have frozen for a second, but it's back now.
Yo.
There we go. So, as you come back down, Callahan, and explain, Xenophilius sort of waiting up on the stairs a little bit, I will give you, from this point, about 5 minutes to discuss it and plan what you'd like to do. Alright? I'm going to start the timer now.
Right, we know they're bad, so I say, weird as it sounds, we just wait for them to come down and jump them.
make a trap. Get the element of surprise.
Yeah. If we can hide. What, Alex? What are these here? Are they rocks? Are they?
They are small puddles.
Can't hide under those.
You can
No.
try.
I mean, give it a good go.
Give it a good go.
I think we need to jump them.
I think we do too.
I think we need some bait first. Wait, I mean, or we should go as a group.
You can do it in character if you'd like. I'm not going to stop you.
I think either way, I think one of us should go up first.
What is
One of my characters to draw, because I feel like we've been down a while and they want to come get us. They would have
Right.
already been suspicious. So there needs to be some sort of inconspicuousness to bring them down.
Okay, I have one more idea.
We just make loud noises, but not human noises. Just like throw a stone or something. If we can find one.
We can make some sort of like wailing sound, like screaming.
Yeah.
Something they're not expecting yet.
Has anybody got anything that allows them to make sounds?
No.
Bear with. I will click the right button eventually. No. I can't do that. Can't do that. No. 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 No.
I believe so.
I've got. No, well, we could just shout, or what we could do. Who's fastest? My speed's 30.
And sustain.
Hmm.
Dylan, is yours 32?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Well, that shouted my plan. I was gonna say because we got 3 doors. One of them's broken. Sure, no, that won't work because the doors only open when they want to. Never mind. I was gonna say we could hide behind the doors, but that's obviously not gonna work. We could, however, hide behind the broken door because they don't know it's broken. If we can leave one of the, so let me watch the map. That door or that door open. Hide behind this broken one. They're gonna think we've gone down that one. We can then get the jump from behind them.
I like it.
Mm.
Probably best to do this one as 1, we're not down it. 2, the lady's not down it. It's just that was the jail cells, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if we can open this door and then hide behind this door, then we can, once they've come through, we can at least listen for. I like to think we're quite perceptive as a group, if I remember correctly. We can get the jump on them.
Get le jump.
Le jump, yes.
I need to figure out how to use my tarot cards.
I believe as an action you can just draw one.
Can I choose
It's
which
one
one
of the
to draw, or is it luck
abilities.
of the
No.
draw?
It's luck of the draw.
Right.
Essentially, pick a card, any card.
Yeah.
Will you blow them up or randomly cast prestidigitation?
I was thinking more like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I believe in the heart.
You can still believe in the heart of the cards. I'm not
It just
gonna.
might not help you.
Yeah. Vossa, I believe you're the closest to the door at this point, except for Xenophilius.
Mhm.
You begin to hear the sound. It's almost like a crackling coming from up at the top of the stairs.
Does it smell like fire?
And as you smell to check, there is a hint of burning wood. Yes.
I mean, we're pretty safe if they set the barn on fire, but that won't get them down here.
Is that my fault when I tried to fire a hole through the
No, that would have caught way earlier than this.
Just the embers.
Oh dear. Got 30 seconds left on your planning if you do want to change anything.
I think that's what I think we should hide behind this door.
Yeah,
open
but if
this
they're
door.
setting fire to something, they're not going to come
Very good
down.
point.
Right?
Very good point. But what good's going to be setting fire to a barn? This is all stone. It's not going to reach down here. Is it worth?
Unless they're
Right.
wanting to trap us down here and fake our deaths.
Are we sure they know we're down here? They might just have set the barn on fire thinking we were asleep in there.
No, they were in the barn. I saw them sat in the barn, so they know we're not in there. And the door was open.
Vossa and now Callahan and Wildstorm, you begin to see and smell faint wisps of smoke beginning to come down the stairs. Xenophilius, you're kind of focused in on the conversation. You don't pick up on this yet. But the other three, there is definitely smoke starting to come down.
They're just hoping to smoke us out.
I mean, that could also be a thing. We could just, if they set fire to it, as backwards it sounds, we could just run up to them. Just all run up together and just be like, surprise, motherfuckers! Ah.
Running all guns blazing.
Yeah, literally just run in prepared. That's probably the last thing they expect us to do is run out. Like, even if they're expecting us to come out, I doubt it's expecting us to come out like, ah.
We could pretend we don't know anything.
Yeah, we'd just be like, have you seen down there? That's weird. We pretend we couldn't figure out the puzzle.
Yeah.
Did you know you had a clock in your basement?
Yeah.
What's all that about?
The timer is up, so you're aware. What are you guys doing at this point?
Playing dumb or running in all guns blazing?
I think it's smarter to play dumb.
It's smart. It's playing dumb probably, because worst comes to worst, it doesn't work, and we're in a fight anyway.
Yeah.
I'm cool with the play dumb.
So we just head out, having a small bit of chitter chatter as if nothing's going on. We'll go, oh, hello, didn't realise you were out here.
Yeah, we found this trapdoor, thought we'd have a look. There was a clock. Didn't really do a lot, and some locked doors, so we came back up.
Okay.
And
I'm
then
going
you
to
go down and
need...
see the doors are open.
Can I take a moment to guide myself and any others who perhaps aren't so skilled at deception?
Guidance is concentration. You can only do it on one person at a time.
Then I'll do it on myself. Sorry, guys.
That's alright.
Tom, do you want to do it to me? Because I've got a -1 to deception. Have you got guidance? I'm sure you do, don't you?
I have.
Well, yeah, my deception's -1. I'm not smart enough to deceive.
Alright, so Vossa and Callahan. Vossa, you do the familiar chants to yourself, and Wildstorm do that onto Callahan and just sort of tap him on the shoulder. I'm going to need a marching order for coming back up the stairs.
I'm happy to be one of the first. Should we go in the order we're stood in? Or
Yeah, you could do the order you stood in if you like.
I'm happy to go in front if you prefer, Xenophilius.
I'd like to swap.
Yeah, I think if you go first with your... If you go first, you're the...
I'm taller.
Yeah.
It's all about the height, you see. Yeah, okay, so I'll go first.
Alright. To bear with me for just a second while I set some things up, alright?
Tom, you're quite sturdy, aren't you?
Quite sturdy.
Yeah.
What would you class as sturdy?
If I hit you, will you die?
Probably.
Okay. Who's got the highest AC? Mine's 15.
Oh, mine's 14.
I'm squishy.
That's not the answer to the question, but it sort of is. Audrey?
I'm 15, but I don't have that many hit points.
Okay. It's mainly thinking because I don't know how smart these guys are, so they might not both be in front. They might have one behind. So if we can get the people with either the highest health or the highest hit points at the front and back.
How do you calculate hit points?
It's in the box that says hit points.
Yeah.
No, how do you calculate it?
Oh.
I'm so low, I feel like I've got it wrong.
From level 1, it's the maximum for your dice plus your con modifier.
Okay.
So your hit dice, yeah.
Yeah, it will be low to start with.
Yeah.
My max hit point's 11. I'm on 9 for some reason.
Wait, so how you...
Oh yeah, because I broke a door and it hit me in the
Yep.
face.
Wait, you just asked what your max hit points was, and you said yours was... 15.
No, that's my AC.
Oh, you want
But I
AC?
don't think mine are
AC,
right.
not health,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm miles away. My AC is 14.
Okay, so we've got decent AC.
Yeah.
Alex, then I don't think mine are right.
Okay.
What
Let me
class
check yours. In fact, I take it there. Plus your con. No, yours is right.
Seems too high though.
What, for your hit points or your AC?
My hit points.
No, that's correct.
Okay.
Or is it? Hold on. Oh, which?
What's your hit dice?
1 second.
You might not.
Alex,
You might
we're
not
all
selected the.
frozen on the stream.
Oh.
Except for you.
I don't know why, but for some reason, if I tab off the cameras this time,
Right.
it's freezing on the stream. I don't know why. Let me check the hit dice for your class.
It says D4.
I think you might just not have selected it right on that sheet, because that if you click the D4, it changes it. It's D8.
Oh,
So
okay.
yours is D8. You just haven't selected it that way.
I mean, I didn't select anything.
That's
so-
right. It automatically defaults to D4. That'll be why. Alright. So, I'm going to transfer you over to the correct map.
Cool. Xenophilus, do you want to move yourself behind myself?
Fire!
Oh yeah.
Oh, you already have, sorry.
Oh, in fact, I'm not on the right page now because I separated myself from the main players. Let's rejoin. There we go.
Quick, do shit while the DM's not in this plane of
No,
existence.
don't. Okay, so there we are. As you look up into the barn, you can see now that a lot of the crates and any hay and other grain that was in the barn has been set alight, and you can see the farmer and the farm hand stood somewhat towards the door. And Callahan, as you make your way up, you just about catch, out of the corner of your eye, the farmhand chuck a lit piece of wood into the fire.
So, which one's farmhand? Harold?
No, the other one, the unnamed one, is Judd, the farmhand.
Cool, I'm going to throw a javelin in.
What?
Okay!
Oh, yeah, no, never mind. That was the plan. My memory's absolute wank, so excuse that. I'm not going to throw a javelin at him. So that's me in person being very unintelligent.
Have you seen Into the Spider-Verse?
Yes.
Where it's like, play dumb. Who smiles? Not that dumb.
Yeah, that's me, except like, I'm actually that dumb.
Amazing. So you don't throw a javelin at
No,
him.
I don't. That's
Cool.
not our plan. We
Uh,
agreed on it and voted and everything.
Yep. But you do just about catch, again, this farmhand chucking the wood into the fire.
Pretend you don't see it.
Yeah, I'll just be like, oh shit, the place is on fire.
You see the farmhand call over and go, "What are you doing down there?"
Well, we just sort of found the door, so we thought we'd have a look, and there was just a big clock and some locked doors, so we came back up. Why is the place on fire?
It's quite chilly out. I understand that you need for a bonfire tonight.
But maybe not the whole barn. Why are you setting the place on fire?
The farmer turns to the farmhand. "Unfortunately, this idiot was messing around and it caught the barn ablaze. Come on, get out!" And just indicates for you, like sort of calling for you to come run to the barn doors, and steps forward and pushes one of them open. You can see they were both closed before.
So
And
they
the smoke is thick up at the top of the barn and sort of beginning to settle down to head height here.
do they step out or do they stay by the door?
They're staying by the door currently.
Okay. Do I have anything that can help put this out so I can seem more helpful?
Please take your time while the barn is burning down.
I don't.
We need to charge out the door because we're trying to play dumb here, but let's not actually be dumb and just sit in a burning
Yeah.
door.
No, it was mainly out of character. I was seeing if I had anything like a spell or something, I could be like, no, I can help put this out, but I don't.
No, I think
Oh,
we should
yeah.
all just charge
Yeah.
out the barn.
Yeah, I'm happy to charge out.
We're gonna be a little bit abrasive, maybe, just sort of.
Can I keep some sort of guard up? And it looks like if they're going to try and attack any of us on the way past. I can't imagine they will, but just in case.
Okay, I'm going to keep it on your passive perception then,
Okie dokie.
which I believe is 15.
I don't know. Yes.
Yes. I did recall that 3 of you have the same perception, and it's not Xenophilius.
I think I know. It's all great fun.
It's all very bright.
It's all very bright and on fire. Okay. In which case, are you running in order then?
I suppose so, because I just
Yeah.
want to take off at the same time.
If you would like to move your
We
tokens.
can run like a wall.
Are we doing it bit by bit or just outside?
Good question.
Charge!
And if it is, it's staying behind as always.
Which door opened, right or left? Because it implies whether I'll go to the right or left of the barn.
For that one, it was the left.
Cool, in which case I'll go over here and make room for everyone else.
Cool.
Xenophilius being last, as always, will close the doors because he's a responsible
Okay.
person trapping inside. Oh no.
The farmer and the farmhand come out, sort of past you guys, and just as you close the door, Xenophilius, or sort of flail and try to push the door closed, because it is a big door. You do manage to get it shut just about. And the farmer Harold comes over and looks at you. And, oh, Buster just freezes. That's
I was trying to move over that way. I pressed the wrong thing.
That's all right.
Just walked into the farm, but you what, son?
The farmer Harold comes over and puts a hand on your shoulder. Callahan's like, "I'm glad to see you're safe."
Are you sure you're going to be alright? All your stuff's burning.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll be fine. Farm might suffer a little bit, but we've got all we need right here. Let me just...
I don't like the sound of this.
Can I insight check that?
You can. Make me an insight check, Vossa.
also?
Not you, Callahan. Not right
Okay.
now. Let me just pop that over to 22 on insight. Vossa, you pick up on this very strange vibe from the farmer and the farm hand. In fact, their body language seems to slightly shift, and the hair on the back of your neck just raises as the farmer Harold's arm, one is on Callahan's shoulder, and the other shifts into an elongated grey spiked hand and stabs Callahan in the stomach.
Charming.
Callahan, I'm afraid you are surprised for that one.
Well,
Uh,
should have thrown a spear at javelin him, I reckon.
I mean, you could have. That was
true.
always an option.
It was, but this was the plan.
At least we're not stuck in the burning building anymore.
This
Yep.
is true. Hopefully he misses somehow, and my stomach muscles are just too dense.
Right. So you didn't tell. The attack technically has advantage.
Yeah.
That will be an unnatural 20, unfortunately.
I think I'll allow that. I think that should
You'll
do it.
allow that.
I'll allow it, yeah.
Alright. And you'll take...
I have a question just for
Yep.
future reference. How big is the inside of one of these characters' ears? One of the shapeshifters.
No reason. Just
Unfortunately, small enough that you can't fit inside.
How about like a mouth? I reckon they're going to be talking at
They
some
don't
point.
actually have a mouth as
Yeah,
the full
doppelgangers
form
don't have
comes
mouths.
out. Yeah. I'll show it. Do I have a picture of the doppelganger? In here, I should do.
There are no. What's the word for body holes called? Orifice.
Orifices.
Orifices.
There are eyes, there are nostrils, there are ears. As soon as... Oh, I can't drag it on that. Okay.
Any the size like an inch thick.
No, unfortunately. But I can drag doppelganger tokens onto the map in theory. There we go. So you can see roughly what they look like.
sort of like Silence from Doctor Who in a way.
A little bit.
It
Let me-
looked like. Yeah. Okay.
Name Harold. Fact. Yep. There we go. So you can tell which one's which. You should be able to see the name. Did I set it so you can see the name?
I can't, but
You should be able to now.
Now,
okay.
There we go. Alright. So, you will take, Callahan.
Did you not? Yeah. Go on.
In fact, it doesn't actually stab you, sorry. It's bludgeoning damage, so it catches you in the gut. And you take 7 bludgeoning damage.
TPK. TPK.
I am not looking good, guys.
Is that initiative now?
Yes, that will be initiative from
Don't forget to
everybody.
click on your token first.
Yep, click on your token, and then click on initiative on your character sheet. It should automatically add you to the initiative order. I've got to manually add turns for these guys.
0. Going before that. Impressive to roll a 0.
Wow.
Natural 0. Calling it.
Right, so let's do this. Boop. It's technically a point. Boop, 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 boop. Haddaga. Wow, old internet references right now.
Comes to my mind occasionally. Too good one.
Wow, I said old,
Even older.
not ancient.
It's a snake.
Okay. So the music isn't very fitting. I need to sort music for next time. But Vossa, you are the first to move as the battle begins.
And I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Okie dokie.
Absolute beauty.
So 1. Oh, I think I can. I think it's actually on my character sheet. I could just click. Yeah.
Should be able to, yeah. Four healing,
Thank you.
which is a decent amount.
It is. Brings me back up to. It gives me more than 2 HP, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm now on over half my hit points, so. Baller. I'm not going to get sneezed at and die.
Alright. Anything else with your turn, Vossa? Because I believe... Is Cure Wounds an action?
Yeah.
Okay. In which case it's Harold's turn. You see him look towards the other one. And the other one nods and climbs over the rocks, or begins to climb over the rocks towards Wildstorm. Harold is going to try and make another swing at Callahan. You can see these two shapes, while they are sort of amorphous, you can see there's a lot of wrinkling to them, and this hit, it's a lot slower than you'd expect.
Okay.
That is cocked, that's not settled. Okay, that is a 19 to hit.
I suppose I'll still have to allow it, really, wouldn't I? As you know, it's over my AC.
And you will take 6 bludgeoning
Well,
damage.
That puts me to 0. I'm glad I can help, guys. Glad I can help, guys.
Okay. That's its turn. Wildstorm. At the top of your turn, you can't quite tell what it is, but you begin to hear a sound from across the river. Sort of a weird grumbling sound.
I wonder if that's good or bad. I think that's going to take the back seat for now while I'm worried about this.
Yeah.
think I'm gonna have to draw a card. That's all I can do, really.
Okay. So you take an action and you draw a card. You can draw it. Let me make sure your deck is set properly. Shuffle. There we go. So if you'd like to draw a card from the Wild Oracle deck, not a deck from the Wild Oracle card, that would be impressive. The Familiar. Okay, and what does the Familiar do with your tarot deck?
Familiar materializes and will aid you as with the spell Find Familiar until the end of your next long rest.
Okay.
You may name the familiar while it's present. If you do, whenever this card comes up again, the same familiar in the same form will return to aid you. To determine which familiar appears, roll a 1d8.
Okay, you've got a chart there to determine which one.
So
Okay.
I want to roll a d8, which is a 1.
1.
Oh, I've got an owl. Gee.
So you see an owl as Wildstorm pulls a card from the deck. The card itself phases into nothing and leaves just the gold sigil lines that form the card of the Familiar in the air, just hanging for a second before it pulls itself into the form of an owl that then materializes properly into feathers and eyes and beak, and it flits around just very quickly onto Wildstorm's shoulder.
I'm just pulling up a little sheet on an owl, so.
I can do it, I just can't get my hands in the right position. That I'm giving up.
Okay, it can attack.
It can attack, yes.
They're also really good for perception because you have it until next long rest. So
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I might send the owl in
Okay, where are you sending it?
towards the guy that's heading towards me.
Okay. So you send across the owl, which goes over. I don't have a token for an owl yet, but let me see if there is one. Yes, there is, in fact. Which should appear in a second, and I can shrink it. Oh no, it's right size. So let's opt. So the owl swoops over and is going to make an attack. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be anything special, but it's more than I can do this, so.
Yeah. All right. So if you want to do the attack roll, I believe you control that. 10 plus
13. It's got a
13. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get it. The thing just sort of tries to bat it out of the sky, but the owl dodges out of the way, but isn't able to get a bite off. Unfortunately.
Even if it did hurt, it's only 1 hit point of damage.
Yeah. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Judd's turn. It is now going to try and bat at this owl, which has now appeared. That is probably going to hit. 21.
Yes.
Yeah. The owl very swiftly disappears. But you cast it using Find Familiar, so I think you can resummon it at a later date.
I assume with the card.
Oh, maybe. We'll see.
Have you homebrewed that one?
It is a class created by Weirdworks, which I sponsored the Kickstarter of, so I have a physical copy of that tarot deck.
Oh, that's really cool. That's some really cool artwork. You have to show me at some point. Sorry, anyway.
That's alright. So that is... Wildstorm is a wild oracle which was created by that as part of that Kickstarter. But the owl disappears. But it does take up that doppelganger's turn.
If this card reappears for whatever reason before my next long rest, it will be the same familiar.
I thought it meant it again. Tell me if I'm wrong. It lasted till the long next rest, but now every time you draw that card, it will be the same familiar.
It can be, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. And Wildstorm, I believe the card automatically goes into a discard deck once you've drawn it. So the card reappears in that for you.
I can't
All
see
right.
the discard. So.
No, that's all right. I'm just trying to think on how it works in the class. Callahan, I'm afraid I believe I will need you to make a death saving throw.
Yeah.
So D20, 10 or higher for a success.
I'll just click death
19.
save. Boom.
That's one success.
Tick that off. It annoys me that the success buttons are still red. They should be green.
Yep. And Xenophilius, it is your turn.
Would it be possible to disguise self as a doppelganger? Mid-combat.
Don't see why not.
To be then be like, yo, I'm one of you guys. No need to attack me.
But they're going to watch you do it.
Yeah, the trouble is, Disguise Self does, I believe, have a verbal and somatic component. So if you look at the spell, it says V, S, or M.
Yes, VS.
VS.
Yeah.
So you'll chant a little thing under your breath and make some hand shapes to cast the spell. So it will be obvious that you're casting a spell to change form. If anyone sees you doing it.
Okay.
So bear that in mind. It's something you can do, but it will be fairly obvious.
Well, Xenophilius uses Firebolt
Okay. On which one?
on our friend Harold, because he's the big
Okie dokie. Make an attack roll then. Using the Firebolt. If you've got Firebolt in the sheet, then yes, you can click that. Okay, 13 misses, I'm afraid. So you just sort of shoot over the top of the shoulder. You see one of the bushes in the background ever so slightly catch. Just for a second, and then the flame puts itself out.
It would have been great if you hit the barn.
The barn's already on fire. The farmhouse.
No, wait, because there might be someone upstairs. We haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. Right. Anything else with your turn, Xenophilius? That was your action, I believe. Do you have anything that you'd like to do that is a bonus action?
Or movement.
Or movement. You can move around.
No.
No. Okay. Vossa.
I'm going to hit Harold with my crossbow.
Okay. Yep. You should be able to hit from there. With a 20, you will hit him.
Yes!
Whew.
Good.
Okay, 6 damage. The bolt sinks into his shoulder. And he looks up from where he's evidently trying to start dragging Callahan's body away.
Whoa.
And just sort of drops it and looks at you as you caught him in that shoulder. Anything else that you'd like to do?
I don't think there is.
Alright.
Because I can't use Spare the Dying as a bonus action, can I?
Not unless it's bonus action as standard.
Nope.
No.
I'm all good. I'm a positive. It's fine. It should be okay.
Harold pulls the bolt over his shoulder, grabs onto Callahan's leg again, and begins pulling.
Okay.
So 5, 10,
He's hungry.
15. You see Callahan's body sort of bump against a rock as he drags him around it.
Ow. Big move.
Wildstorm, it is your turn.
So you're gonna hide behind the rock.
I'm gonna go for Harold with my heavy crossbow. No, I'm not.
We're all missing, other than Audrey.
Yeah.
Audrey, it's all you.
Yeah, so you.
The bolt unfortunately sails clear past Harold as you try and aim but miss. As you begin to hear this rumbling from behind you.
Oh yeah, forgot about
Yeah.
Oh, please ignore what comes up in chat. I'll try something. No, okay.
You
See what was
do
loaded,
still
see what-
you do still have movement if you'd like to use it, and obviously a bonus action.
I don't think I have anything bonus actionable.
No, you can still catch up to him.
Yeah. How far did I move? 5, 10.
15. You move 10, I believe, and you
Oh,
can
is that
do.
when I 5, 10.
You can still move along the edge of the river. There you go.
Coming for you, crazy man.
All
If I
right.
can hit you.
So, Wildstorm. As you move, you begin to hear this rumbling changes into splashing behind you. And as you turn to look, this big black shape comes out of the water, quite clearly having bounded across from the other side, with amber eyes and big tusks, and just slams into the side of the doppelganger, the one that was formerly Judd.
Oh.
And I'm going to need to grab a different book for the stat block for this.
I don't know if we were saved by Mysterious Beast or...
Oh, we just got to get mothered.
Yeah.
I do not have a token for it, so I will need to grab just quickly one of the doppelganger tokens and just make it a token instead. So that there is this big, in fact, what size is it? Large beast. As it comes out of the water and just slams into the side of this doppelganger.
No.
It will actually have a surprise. Well, okay. That'll hit.
I should hope so too. Sounds on the side of something when it doesn't hit.
And you see one of the curled up tusks of this thing stabs into the side of the doppelganger. It's still up, but it has taken a significant hit from that. And all of you now hear, just on sort of the periphery of your vision, this scream of pain in your head, just for a second or two, as the doppelganger gets hit. Wildstorm, you see Harold's face, or the doppelganger that used to be Harold, look up, just snap up, and look in that direction. Instantly. And drop Callahan's leg.
Woo!
It is that doppelganger's turn now, and they are going to try and go against this creature. That is not going to hit, so it tries to sort of bludgeon it and just bounces off this creature's thick, black-furred shoulders. Callahan, if you could make me another death saving throw, please.
Come on, Callahan. You've got this.
You and your big fucking mouth.
There's a negative, unfortunately, if you can mark one off on your
Yeah.
death saving throws.
If I roll a 1 next turn, I'm dead.
Let's hope you don't.
Yeah, agreed.
Xenophilius.
It's gonna be hilarious if I am though. Like, I love this character, but it's gonna be absolutely hilarious to me.
Wait, what if you roll a 1? Do you fumble a death save, you get 2?
So as if
Yep.
you crit a death save, you get 2.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, if I fumble now,
If you crit a death save with a 20, you immediately gain 1 hit point and are back in the fight.
oh dope.
So,
I mean, there's still hope.
So there's positives and negatives in this.
Where
Xenophilus,
are
it's
you
your turn.
But while Judd is distracted,
Yeah.
I'll use my light crossbow to attack him.
Why has everyone got crossbows?
It was a popular option, apparently.
Yeah.
Because
No
I
one-
have.
No one wants those happy bows.
Yeah. They're all so cross and angry. Grr.
So, if you'd like to make an attack with your light crossbow,
Wrong one.
How do I do
if
it?
you want to hit it in the attacks section of your sheet, which is sort of up towards the middle.
It's above your inventory.
And below the exhaustion level.
It should be above the end.
Oh, it's not there.
It's not there. Okay, in which case...
Do you have the weapon in your inventory?
In attacks and spell casting.
Let me check his
Never
sheet.
mind. No, wait, no, it's in my proficiency. I don't actually have it.
Oh, do you,
Oh, you
if you
don't
don't,
actually have one. Okay.
Can I throw a dagger?
You can throw a dagger if you've got one, yeah? Yeah, you can throw daggers.
Yeah, can I do that instead?
Yes, you can. It will be D20. In fact, you should...
you should still have dagger there.
Yeah, I think that is with dex. So yeah, you can just click dagger and it'll work. That'll hit! Even with the disadvantage of throwing it for more than 20 feet, you are just possessed with this, I'm going to get it. Chuck this dagger and it just sails across through the air. If you want to click the name of dagger in the chat, you can do the damage.
Yeah, it rolls the damage for you.
4 piercing damage. This dagger sinks into Harold's probably the sort of side of the torso.
Judd, not Harold.
Oh, you went for Judd. Okay. In which case, let me put that health back and take more health off them. So that catches Judd in the back, and you can see now it's sort of stuck in him. So if you'd like to mark down 1 dagger until you can go and get it back. Is that your turn? Because that's your action.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Vossa then.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, unfortunately goes wide again. Like some of the others. With it being nighttime, the only light really being from the fire in the barn, it's hard to get a proper fix on this shape in the dark.
I do have dark vision.
Yes, but but still, it's not as easy as it would be in daytime. Right, Harold then is going to ignore you all and rush over to the big figure over here and try to hit it. Try
So,
to
you
get
guys,
it
you guys can
away.
get flank bonus now.
Ooh, he's gonna hit. That's gonna be not much, but it's a bit of damage. I've got to remember to use the right menu for this. Right. And then it takes that much. Okay. So Harold manages to get a proper hit into the side of this thing. And you hear just like from the big bounding creature as it snarls at him.
Want to go like again? Can you just repeat the sound? wait, one more time. There's a little bit of breakup.
Dylan, if you want me to keep actually doing immersive sounds, this is not the way to do it.
Okay.
Okay, Wildstorm, it is your turn.
As he's preoccupied and busy taking on a big creature and he's got his back to him, would you allow me advantage with the crossbow? Take my time and aim.
Yes, I'd say so.
Flanking bonus, mate. Flanking bonus.
Or not. I quit. I'm
That
going.
was I don't think you could get a more mediocre roll than that.
Nope, I'm going home. I quit.
You are home, you know that, right?
Well, whatever.
I'm staying home.
I'm staying home. I'm not.
Hey,
I'm
Tom,
not connecting it.
at least you've taken attacks to miss.
I'm going to lean against this tree and sulk.
Okay. The other doppelganger is going to try and hit it again. That'll hit this time. And that deals a significantly bigger chunk of damage. You can see this time the Judd one just uppercuts the creature and it backs off a little bit, just getting ready effectively to jump back at them. Callahan, you can make me another death saving throw, please.
I don't want to. Okay, we're good.
That is a success. Xenophilius.
Advantage.
I'm going to try a firebolt now again on Judd with a dagger stuck in his back. I'm going to try and get
Okay.
him out of the...
If you move over to like here, then I'll give you advantage as it's got this big creature trying to bear down on it from the other side. That's quarter stuff.
No, my window's stuck in my book cursor.
Oh.
Okay. Where did you say, sorry?
So just 2 squares to the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then...
22 will hit. If you want to roll the damage for the firebolt, again, you can click the name. 8 damage. How would you like to take this one down?
What does Xenophilius do?
Yeah. Describe how Xenophilius does this firebolt.
With his walking stick, he does a little spin on his foot, like whoa, and then just
Towards it.
throws his stuff forward.
This
Have like almost so much strength to try and push this firebolt at him.
and firebolt
Okay.
isn't that powerful a spell, but it is still
But he's a
more
very
than
frail
usual.
man.
Yeah.
He's a very frail man. You need to remember.
So it's a ball maybe about the size of a melon at most of fire
Yeah.
that comes out of this fireball. But it's still more than a
It's
regular
more-
fireball.
If you sort of picture, in The Last Airbender, the film, where you
Yeah.
have,
Oh.
you know,
Ugh.
people doing that, like, you have, like the entire 30 people doing a dance to move the pebble,
Yeah.
basically. that.
Yeah. And the flame just catches him in the side, and you see it twist and contort as the fire burns and scars into it. And it turns towards you, Xenophilius, and you see the light leave its eyes as it crumples to the ground. I'm going to mark that one as out of the fight.
Boom.
Boom.
Headshot.
As soon as that happens, you see the other one, the Harold one, turn to you, Xenophilius, and just... No! You killed Ooks! Vossa, it's your turn.
I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying.
Alright, so use your action, and that's a cantrip, isn't it?
Yep.
Alright. You are now stable, Callahan, and will not need to make any more death saving throws.
Thank Vegeta's for that.
Vegeta's.
Thank Vegeta.
Please don't.
No, I
I
thank
can't
all
do
the...
anything else.
Alright. Harold is having to contend with this thing still, so we will make an attack there and hit. And in just this sheer strength of the death of his friend, Harold comes in with this solid punch to the side of this creature. You hear a snap, and the creature sort of slightly folds, screeches out in pain, and collapses to the ground.
Oh. We should help it.
That's his turn. Wildstorm.
I
You got
got a
advantage.
card because my crossbow's not doing much for me.
You'll draw a card. Alright. The Companion.
Heroic Companion, as you draw this card, choose a creature within 30 feet of you. For the next minute, they are immune to being frightened and gain temporary hit points equal to your Wisdom modifier at the start of each of your turns.
Again, what hit points equal to your Wisdom modifier?
Yeah.
Hey, you know who needs hit points?
I will choose Callahan as my creature.
Alright, so you cannot be frightened, Callahan. And you say end of or start of each of your turn?
The start of each of my turns.
Start of each of your turns. Does it also say at this point?
For the next minute, they are immune to being frightened and gain temporary hit points. So it's from the next minute.
From
For the next
okay,
minute.
so from your end of your next turn. Cool.
Guarantee the combat's going to be over then.
Possibly. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. That doppelganger is dead. Callahan, you are stable.
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
Xenophilius. Xenophilius, it's your turn.
I think a little overconfident. Xenophilius pulls out his quarterstaff
Okay.
to charge Harold.
Alright. In fact, I'm going to
If you charge-
swap
If
those.
you charge to here, you still get flanked. Oh wait, no, he's dead. Never mind.
Yeah,
My bad.
that's alright. I figured the cross was probably a bit better for signifying that they're actually gone.
Yeah.
Alright, so currently Harold is on his own, just sort of looking at you, Xenophilius.
Yeah, very upset with me, so I'm imagining
Yep.
he's somewhat emotional. I will use. I'm assuming two-handed weapons.
If you're using it with two hand, it just does extra damage.
Yeah.
So
for
I
the
want to
quarterstaff.
charge at him with my two-handed quarterstaff.
Okay, so you run up to him. Are you gonna make an attack? Okay.
Yeah.
You wanna make an attack roll?
Do I need to click on quarterstaff?
Yes. Click the two-handed one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you miss. So you charge towards him and just slam into the ground as it just slightly moves out of your way. You kick up just a little bit of dust either side as your staff slams into the ground below.
I've done both my things now, haven't I?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh no.
Vossa, it's your turn. Xenophilius has just charged up and missed.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that give me flanking?
You'd have to move in one more.
Okay.
Bear in mind, you are a melee, so it wouldn't be your crossbow from there.
Does it have to be exactly opposite? Does it for flank?
Oh no, actually, sorry, yeah, that diagonal would have worked.
Okay.
Mad.
Yeah.
So there.
I don't have any melee weapons anyway, so.
So
Go
there
there,
is
you-
probably the best spot if you want advantage. Yeah.
Go for a little paddle while you're there.
24 will hit. Good thing you went for the advantage.
Yeah.
6, okay. This time the bolt just catches him in the hip. As it's moving out of the way, it turns and just looks at you.
I really want this to play out how I think it could.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do that you can?
I can't do anything else.
Alright. Harold's turn. It looks to you, Vossa, realizes you're out of reach, and turns to Xenophilius.
Oh, sorry, my guy.
And Xenophilius, you hear in your head, well, if I'm going down, you're coming with me. That is a 22 to hit you. Does that match or exceed your AC? I believe it does. Top of your sheet in the shield-shaped one.
I think it's 14 AC.
Yeah, 22 will hit that. You take 8 bludgeoning damage as it
Sorry.
brings its arm round like a club and catches you across the face.
Okay.
Are you still up?
Do you still
I
have...
only had 6 HP.
So you are currently down.
Down.
Yes, so you're unconscious, you're not dead. Alright? Like with Callahan, you'll need to make death saving throws until someone either stabilizes you, or you roll a 20, or you die. Okay?
The only way you die from damage is if the damage takes you negative whatever your max hit point is.
Okay. What is the type to get that?
You
So
can click
it's-
on death saves.
If you click on death saving throw, it will roll it. It's usually just a d20, and if you get a 10 or higher, it's a success. If you get a 9 or lower, it's a failure. 3 failures, your character dies. 3 successes, and they are stabilized. If you roll a 20, you instantly gain a hit point and are no longer unconscious. And if you roll a 1, that is 2 failed death saving throws instantly. If you get hit with a melee attack while you are unconscious, while you are down in death saving throw mode, you take 2 death saving throws.
Okay.
Just be aware of this, alright?
Alright. Am I going to do that now or just
No,
on my
No,
it'll be
not
on
now.
your turn. Alright, that's Harold's turn. Wildstorm.
I might as well try again, aren't I?
Yeah?
Card or crossbow, card or crossbow, card or crossbow, card or crossbow.
Do you have any melee weapons? Did
Only my
everyone go
claws.
for crossbows?
I have
Melee
my claw-
crossbow.
I don't think I have any proficiency with melee weapons.
Oh, interesting.
I have
Melee
my
crossbow.
I have my claws and my dagger, but
Your claws will work. I mean,
But so would your cards, because they're fun.
yeah. Your cards are also
Yeah, but
fun.
we don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah,
and we kind of
no.
need this guy to be hurt.
This is true. Wait, start your turn. I'm back up. How much? What's your wisdom modifier?
Start
So I
of his
can have
turn,
it
yeah.
+3.
So you gain
Cool.
3 health, Callahan, and you come to seeing Harold doppelganger over the dead body of this big black-furred creature, the unconscious body of Xenophilius.
You won't get flanking advantage because Xenophilius isn't
Yeah.
a threat, I don't think.
No, he's dead.
Xenophilius is unfortunately unconscious, not dead.
But if you want to go there anyway, then that benefits
Yeah.
me.
Well, I still miss him, so.
Yeah,
Was
you'd still
Xenophilius
miss,
ever
unfortunately.
a threat?
Sorry?
Was Xenophilius ever really a threat? Let's be honest.
Yeah, you killed one of them. You're
Yeah.
the only threat. Oh no, Audrey's hit them.
Or just hit them. Yeah. So,
Right.
you know, you're all kind of a threat to them.
I really want this to play out how I hope it does.
Right. That's the
My
end
turn
of your...
then.
Yeah, that's the end of your turn. That doppelganger is dead. Callahan,
Yes.
you are prone, so it'll take half your movement to stand up.
That's fine, because I just want to move to here to make sure I get the advantage.
Okay?
I'm going to throw a javelin at him,
Alright.
as originally intended. Fuck.
It flies wide and you hear a sploosh in the river.
I'll just lie back down.
Go- Don't actually lie back down.
No, I won't. Well, that was uneventful. Next.
Yep. Xenophilius, if you could make me a death saving throw, please. There's a success. If you could mark a success on your sheet. Should be the 3 circles for each. If you
Yeah.
click one of those, it'll toggle it. Alright?
Yeah.
Cool. Vossa.
Hmm. Do I don't still have advantage, or do I?
You don't, unfortunately. You need to be on the opposite side of someone who is currently a threat, and Xenophilius is unconscious.
Am I a threat?
You're not within melee range.
Does that have to be... Oh, of course, yeah.
Yes, the threat has to be within melee range. So someone who's in melee can't get flanking from someone who's off in the distance, but someone who's off in the distance can get flanking if there's someone within 5 feet. of the target that's a threat.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and cast Spare the Dying.
Or Xenophilius.
So you're stable now. Congratulations.
You are by
Alright.
far the most useful person in this party, and I stand by that statement.
Yeah, I mean, I realized pretty quickly that we don't have any healers, so
Yeah.
guess I'm the healer now.
Harold Doppelganger is going to turn to Wildstorm, having been the one that was attacking at him last, and take a swing. That is 10 to hit you. Misses. So he swings round in anger, just you hear in your head, and it just swings wide over your head as you duck down. Wildstorm, it is your turn.
What's he gonna do?
Good question. I think he's reading his cards.
He's buffering. Give him time.
Yeah, sorry,
Oh,
I'm just reading.
he himself is buffering, not his feed.
Yeah. No, I know what I said.
I'm basically seeing what cards I've used and what cards I've got left to see if
Yep.
there's a chance of me getting something decent.
Yeah. Count the cards. Good way to go.
Yeah, he would know. The rogue. Okay.
That looks stabby. Also, awesome card art again.
For the next hour, my appearance and my voice change. You determine the specifics of the changes, including your skin type, hair length, and sex. You can also adjust your height and weight, but not so much your size changes. You can make yourself appear as a member of another humanoid race. Though none of your game statistics change, oh joy. Your clothing and equipment aren't affected by this change. You gain advantage on intimidation, persuasion, and deception. I can forego this transformation and instead become invisible for the next hour. So I'm going to go invisible.
Ooh.
Invisible
Yes.
for the next hour. Okay.
So you've got. I'll help you.
Is there a caveat to that? Like it's casting as in the invisibility spell, or does it say if you attack, you stop being invisible, etc.?
It says invisibility ends if you cast a spell or make an attack.
There you go. Cool. All right. So for most of you, Wildstorm disappears.
You see me draw a card and go, ah, shit.
What I'll do is I'll just do that.
I suppose
Wildstorm's
that's better
not
than
here.
drawing a card, just going, I'm a woman.
I would have either changed appearance and been better at stealthy stuff, but that was it.
Yeah.
Fair.
If it changed my game statistics to rogue, then I would have had like all sorts of stuff. But
That would be an incredibly powerful thing.
That would have been a very powerful thing. And
Oh,
not
I'm
something...
just a rogue for a minute. Sweet.
Right. That doppelganger is dead. Callahan, it is your turn.
I'm gonna throw a javelin at him
Okay.
with advantage.
Ooh. Would an invisible creature still give
That's a good point. No,
threat?
you're right.
No.
Damn it, Tom.
Make your throw.
No, Tom.
Nope.
If you didn't turn invisible, I would have hit.
sorry, that's the heart.
It's
of the cards.
okay. Yeah, this javelin again goes wide. You see the doppelganger move out of the way, just sort of unnaturally quick. And the javelin sails across the river. And you hear this sickening crunch. And you gather from the sound of it, you've heard this sound before, that javelin is probably broken in half.
Oh, bollocks.
Yeah. Xenophilius, you are stabilized, so you don't need to do anything.
Good job.
You, in fact, can't do anything until you wake up.
Until I what? Sorry?
Until you gain a hit point or are woken, etc. Alright? So, for now, you're out of the fight. Vossa.
I'll try and stab him.
Okie dokie. That'll hit. For piercing. This guy was not on much. How would you like to take him down?
Hey.
MVP.
I want to stab him where his heart would be and like twist it.
Ooh. This rabbit swings up the dagger straight into the center of the torso, just slightly off center. And the doppelganger looks to you, looks down, and all you hear in your
You
head, Vossa,
fucking bitch.
all you hear in your head, Vossa, is, "No, no," as the energy just drops and the body crumples to the ground. We are out of initiative.
I'm gonna quickly go for a swim and get my one javelin back that isn't broken.
Okay, make me an investigation check
No.
or a survival check.
I will do.
I would
Survival.
also like to collect up my crossbow bolts.
Okay. Callahan, you don't have night vision naturally, do you?
No, I don't think
I don't
so.
believe you do. A 10 is not enough to get your javelin back, I'm afraid.
Did I find the broken one?
You did find the broken one.
Cool.
You can collect
Would
your
you not
broken
get the
javelin.
one back that hit him?
You can
I-
easily get that back. You
Do you
can
want
easily
me
get
to
that.
do a survival check?
What are you trying to retrieve?
Get
You
my
tr-
crossbow bolts
Get your
back.
crossbow bolts back. That will be a survival check because that's a little bit more complex. But you managed to do it.
Do I also find his javelin?
Unfortunately, that's not quite the same.
Okay. But I'd be looking in the same area.
Crits are a big green number.
And I did crit on a 25. Wow.
You know what? You guys took a beating that fight.
Yes, I
You
did.
do see, Vossa, as you're searching, an additional glint in the water, and as you pick it up, it is the javelin.
Sick. There you go.
Xenophilus go to barbecue Judd and get his little dagger back.
You can easily go and fetch your dagger back from Barbecue Judd, yes.
Does anyone know the mending cantrip?
I want to see what this is.
You do now notice and smell and see the barn is now irreparably on fire, with the roof having caught now as well.
No, I'll just leave it.
Just so you know. Vossa, what was that?
I want to see if I know what this thing is.
Okay, make a nature check. Anyone who's interested.
Yeah.
Would I also try and use my
Fuck's sake.
res on my cantrip? Can you go on my character sheet?
Yep.
And look at the second cantrip I have.
Oh, prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I use that on the barn? Just kind of how?
You try, and you do here and there where the fire's caught on something that's small, like off the side of the barn. You do manage to put that out, but as you try it on the big fires, this is not. No, you're not going to be able to put it out with prestidigitation.
I'm still invisible. I'm going to start flicking Callahan's ear.
Callahan, something starts flicking your ear out of nowhere, and as you look around, there's nothing there.
I'll turn around. How close are you to me? Because if you're pretty close, you've just got to be like... You know when someone turns around with a backpack on?
I'm to your side, not behind you. It
Ah,
depends
okay.
on where you turn.
Well, the side you're flicking my ear off, probably, so you're probably good. I would have seen you go invisible. So I'm just like...
Yes.
Storm, I assume that's you. I'm very tired. Could be not. I nearly died.
I don't know if I can turn it off, or do I have to attack someone to make it come off?
Just go and attack this stump you were sulking on earlier or something.
Cast a spell
Yeah,
or
one of
cantrip.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can cast a
that's
spell.
cantrip.
Or
Sorry?
a cantrip. You can cast a spell or a cantrip to stop
Draw
it.
another card.
Drawing a card wouldn't actually do it.
Oh, is it not casting a spell?
Not casting a spell.
That's amazing. You could turn if you get that again first. You can run around invisible, just throwing cards out.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Callahan to cancel my invisibility.
Yes, technically that would, I believe. So yeah, you cast guidance. Callahan, you feel this sort of warmth spread through your body. It's familiar. It's what he did on you before. A wildstorm appears behind you.
All right. Does anyone here know the mending can anyone mend things?
I
Nope.
can mend things.
You can. Have you got the mending cantrip?
Yeah.
I hold up my javelin and be like, could you mend it?
Technically, actually, who revived Xenophilius? Out of curiosity.
No one.
No one.
Oh, yeah.
So technically, Xenophilius, you'd still be unconscious.
Sorry, bro, I
technically.
forgot.
So like I grab my dagger, try and put out the fire, and then just collapse again. So
Basically, yeah, you kind of just had a little burst of energy and then collapsed again.
I'll use my second cure wounds.
Okay. We'll roll that.
When you're up, will you fix my javelin, by the way?
Oh, wow. You gain 8 hit points back.
Damn.
I can go back to full now.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm back
Xenophilius,
at
you come back around and feel pretty sprightly. Like
I'm 50 years younger.
You're still
Which
really
is, by
fucking
the way,
old.
he's an old man, so he's still an old man, being 50 years
Yeah.
younger.
Ah,
I do it in a slightly different voice.
no.
Then a face would sort of come up and like hover his hands above the javelin, and I imagine click
Hi.
the mending cantrip.
Cantrip. Okay, mending cantrip. Single break or tear in an object you touch. Yes, actually.
You're a
Callahan,
hero.
you hold the javelin together. And Xenophilius, you do actually weave the fibers of the wood back together. And the javelin is good as you.
I'll put it back in my barrel and just be like, you would have been incredibly helpful on my farm.
Well, I'm not a farm man. No, I'm much more of a sky man.
I mean, farms have sky. I said
Wow.
farms have sky.
There
Well,
are mean floating.
Most sky does float.
Guys don't float per se, but well, let's not get into this.
Okay. So,
Either way, thank you very much.
as this conversation continues, you all begin to feel the weary sense that you have not had a long rest just yet, and are
I
beginning
agree.
to feel very tired after that battle.
Should we before? Oh shit! The barn's on fire.
The barn is on
We need-
fire.
is it likely to spread?
You look
Is there
around.
still a doppelganger in the fucking house?
Oh fuck! There could be.
That woman.
You don't
There's someone
know.
upstairs, isn't there?
Yeah.
I say we go explore the house. Because then if there's not, at least we can rest in the house and hope
Yeah.
the whole farm doesn't burn down while we
I'm
rest.
saying if we've been able to bash down these like puzzle doors.
Yeah, the only reason
Surely,
I reckon I can
Surely.
take on a normal door. The only reason I did it
Yeah.
before is because we were trying to be stealthy just in case they were just normal people.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
In that case, you all head into the farmhouse. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If you'd like to make your way across to the west.
we have to do it incrementally.
I rolled an 11 on nature, and you never said.
Oh, my bad. So with a level on nature, whatever this creature is, you're not 100% sure. It reminds you of some other creatures you've seen before, but those have extra appendages. They can move about unnaturally. So this seemed more like a terrestrial being, effectively, like a regular creature, just a bigger one. From the matting in some of its fur, you'd gather it usually, or at least used to, be swamp-based. This creature, it hasn't ever really cleaned itself, but you're not 100% sure what it actually is. Whatever it is, it's probably a fair way from home or from its regular environment. And obviously you were told by the others about the damage to these pens. You gather it's actually been probably picking off some of these to keep itself alive.
Sometimes.
She's been killing your chickens.
No, I live miles away from here.
Not your chickens, but these chickens. The chickens.
Oh, you said you're. There's no one else here. Can I boot this door down? Or
Make me a strength check.
Can I have some
or
sort of advantage with wood?
athletics.
You still got that guidance, aren't you?
You
Oh, yeah, I do.
still have the guidance for about a minute, yeah, so fade just as you're doing this.
I don't need it.
With a 21, you easily smash this door off its hinges.
If I can take on a trap door, I can take on a normal door.
Yep.
I'll go slowly up the stairs and be like, hello?
Okay, you go up the stairs, and as you do, you see these boarded windows along a corridor that goes the length of the house, with 3 doors, all of which seem slightly ajar, but no response as you call out.
I'll fight everything in my power to get. I thought you said it was a door.
I want to go upstairs.
Yeah, you can follow up behind.
Can I just push the doors one by one? Just be like,
Yep,
hello?
you push the doors
Until I
one
see
by
something.
one, and as you do, you see that each room itself is entirely empty. The
Okay.
first door seems to be fairly well kept, but no traces of mud or anything. You gather this was probably the room for the son.
Okay.
That was mentioned, but you never saw, except for the corpse downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
For the middle one, this looks like the guest room, which is also empty. And the far end room with the sort of unkempt sheets and the bits of mud, etc. Cat. With the unkempt sheets and bits of mud tracked everywhere, you gather this is the farmer's room. Again, empty. The whole house is empty.
Well, we're missing one. So there's no sign of anyone.
Make me an investigation check as you are looking around in the owner's room.
Flat roll. Flat answer.
10 is enough. On the side of the room, on one of the desks, you see a letter, which I should hopefully have added here, which I can share with you guys. But I might not have done. Oh no, there it is. Edit, in players' journals. I'm just going to share it with all players because I'd imagine you're going to share it when you come down.
Yeah.
There we go. If you want to read that out.
To the farmer's diary entry.
Yep.
We took a couple of travellers late today. Right friendly folks. They had all kinds of curious questions. Don't mind giving them a quick tour of the farm, especially since they seem so interested in the crops we grow. In all honesty, I knew our produce was farmed for being fresh and tasty. Was famed, that makes more sense. Hey, Callahan's not that smart. But I didn't expect it to draw a crowd. Maybe I should get Judd to talk about giving more tours to travellers, if travellers happen through Leigh Barrow. Thinking of the farm, the crop's been doing so strong that it should be growing well for the next 6 months, provided we give it good care. Lots of attention and replant quickly. By the way they talk, I think these folk can respect the work it takes to grow good food, and that gets respect from me. Tomorrow they wanted to see firsthand what the barn storage must be like. I told them it was nothing special, but they insisted. Figure it can't hurt, so I'll unlock it in the morning and show them around. I'll see if I can't impress them enough to spread the word about Fair River Farm even further.
And as you finish it off, you do note a very small tint of like old dried blood towards the bottom of the paper. And you get the sense from the weathering on this page, it was probably written a while ago and just not touched afterwards. There was a little layer of dust over the top of it.
Okie dokie.
So,
Sorry.
but you're able to take that and take it downstairs and share it with
Cool.
the rest.
I'll share it with the rest. Can I just make an investigation through the entire house with my carpenter's tools skill, which will give me additional insight to where things can be hidden and concealed.
Okay, yeah, you can. So you can make that investigation with advantage.
Nope. 19? Thank fuck for the advantage.
Yep.
It might just be nothing, but
There is, in
fine.
fact, nothing.
Yeah, also.
So you check over. There's a bit of shoddy work on the boards that cover up the windows, but other than that, nothing else in this house that is hidden or obscured. You'd be able to safely take a rest around here now.
So, like the two best rolls I did: kicking in a door and looking for nothing. Yeah.
D&D, maybe.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna sit on this dodgy armchair and fall asleep.
All right.
I suggest we take a rest and hope the farm doesn't burn down, and then in the morning go and tell that ghost lady that everything's mostly taken care of.
Okay.
Should one of us keep watch and then swap in the middle of the night, just in case this possible third one comes back?
Well, Xenophilius sleeps in tree because he's not happy being inside a house as a man of nature.
There are trees outside.
Yeah, so he'll fly outside to keep watch.
Do you sleep or trance?
He'll go outside for the night. I don't know.
It's only because if you trance, I believe you can keep some sort of half eye out while trancing. Is that right, Alex?
If he can't trance.
Yeah, that was the question. I don't know
Yeah.
about the race. Okay. In which case, we'll probably need to somewhat keep guard. Just in case.
Xenophilius will definitely go and just sit in a tree for at least a little bit, half an hour. Because he's just been knocked out for ages and been mended up, so he's
Me
pretty
too.
spry.
Well, if you do half the night and then come wake me up when I've had a decent rest,
Yeah, let's do that.
and then
Sorry.
Yes, let's do that.
sounds good.
All right. So you're resting for the night, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You'll take a long rest within the house. You are disrupted at about 6 a.m. ish, so enough time for you to get a full long rest in.
Everyone heal.
So everyone can heal up to full, and regain any spell slots they've used, etc. Tom, obviously check your cards, see if you get those back on a long rest.
View the deck without actually dealing it.
You can shuffle it to get all the cards back.
Because the only actions I've got is I can click removed, draw, or discard, and if I click the remove, it says there's no cards in there.
Interesting. Okay. I will shuffle it for you. That should have all the cards back in it now. All right.
Okay. I have no way to tell.
Cool.
So
That's all right.
I believe I had a quick look just 'cause I was interested by the thing. I didn't look too much into it because I didn't want to ruin it. But I believe you get them back on a long rest. I think I read.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah, I do.
Cool. So, you are disrupted at about 6 a.m. by a guard with sort of the symbol of the Church of Skyron sort of draped over his shoulder. He just goes, "Is everything all right? We caught sight of a fire, perhaps in the night. We weren't sure. This was the earliest we could get to you."
Who's he talking to, sorry?
Just to the group, as the door is opened.
Oh, so he's in the house.
Yeah. Although we should probably take a quick break there because it is actually getting fairly late. Should we do 5 minutes and then get back into it? There's not too much else to wrap up.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. In which case, we'll be right back, everyone.
Insert elevator music.
Mistress.
Hello. Ooh.
Hello.
Ooh. Sorry, I caught you mid-sentence there. My bad. And welcome back to VenturePoint. We'll do all right after the quick bio break.
Yeah, I might just notice all of their,
Do you like my now?
Oh yeah.
and now I feel left out.
Oh, we'll figure out a way for you to do it as well. But that might come with time. You are muted, Dan.
That'd be right on point. It's on Discord now.
Oh, it's through Discord. Okay,
Yeah, this is.
fair enough.
I'm not that fancy.
Okay, in which case we'll pop back. You all just defeated the two doppelgangers that were impersonating the farmhands of Fair River Farm, and took a long rest in their farmhouse while their barn burned away. In the morning, you saw the crumbled, burnt mess of timbers that was a barn crumbled to at least half its height, with the blackened timbers. And at the door is a knock at about 6 o'clock in the morning, which, as the door is opened, they say, "Oh, sorry, from the town. We saw there was a fire during the night. Is everyone all right?"
Yeah, absolutely fine. Just the
The
farmer.
just sort of fall out of the tree he was sleeping in.
Just in the background, you just hear. "Oh!"
Yeah.
The guard sort of looks over your shoulder, Callahan.
Yeah, you get used to it. The guards. No, you're the guards. The farmers that were here weren't exactly quite farmers. Quite.
I'm sorry.
Follow me, and I'll take him over to the bodies.
All right. And as you lead him out into, we're not using the. This is all theatre of the mind now, so you don't need to drag your tokens.
I know.
All right, if you want to, you can.
I'm invested.
The guard comes over with you, and as he sees the bodies, like, those were the. What are.
So, long story short, these guys are the farmers. The farmers have been dead for probably quite a while. There's a basement under that barn with a singing ghost lady who we need to go confirm is not dead, and a jail cell full of all the bodies of the farmers and their son, which means there's probably still one of these wandering around somewhere. Yeah. Have you seen the farmer's son?
Well, no, let's take a look at the letter again,
I'll show him the letter, because I think I still had that.
because the letter says a couple of travellers. So it's likely that they were the only two.
Yeah, that's solid investigating there.
Yeah.
The son's not around just because there were only two travellers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll also include that.
Okay. The guard looks sort of flabbergasted a little bit, but as you hand him the note and he reads through, it's like, all right, this will take some explaining back at the temple and with everyone else, but at least on the positive side, we didn't hear the noises last night, so whatever you did, you've satisfied the brief.
Is the barn still on fire?
This is above my pay grade. No, it has long since extinguished. Any burnable material over the course of the 8 hours of the rest has just burnt out.
No. I'll leave the guard with one of the others. I'm going to go see if the ghost lady's still there, if anyone wants to come with me.
Okay.
So I know he said he didn't hear her, but I'm pretty sure... I can't remember whether I did say I'll let you know when it's done or not, but I want to be sure she has...
She said that she would feel...
Oh, yeah. I still want to go down and make sure she is gone and chill and stuff.
Alright. Make me an investigation check as you scramble through the wreckage of the barn. With advantage, because you knew roughly where in the barn it was.
How does the alpha work? Here we go. A crit.
With a crit, you basically just clamber over the wreckage and go, oh, here it is.
Right here, guys. Got this.
and find it with only a couple of timbers having actually crumbled onto it and not burnt to ash or charcoal. So you're able to break your way across into it fairly quickly and heave the trapdoor. In fact, the trapdoor would have been open, so actually it's open, but you're able to clear the way a little bit just so that you're able to clamber down without, having to slip on ash or anything.
So I'll just head to
Alright.
where we're at.
As you head down the stairs, you're able to very quickly use the puzzle, because I think that was one that you didn't break, that door.
Yes, yeah, it was.
So that door clicks open, and you're able to make your way down. Again, the guard armor recognizes you. It steps to the side.
Yep.
And as you look through the door, you can see an ethereal figure at the piano.
Okay.
Who
Did
has...
come with me?
Yeah, I would have come with.
Yeah. So whilst all of us are... So, Xenophilius, you are up there entertaining the guard.
Yeah,
Then,
sure.
I
Or
guess.
you're still trying to get up after falling out the tree like a turtle.
Leaves in my leaf sticks, maybe as like the beginning of a bird's nest.
Amazing.
Inside my hat.
The guard is mostly ignoring you then and just rifling around the bodies, just trying to figure out what the heck these things are. So the three of you, as you enter the room, you see this ethereal figure at the piano, who, as you enter, looks up to you all. And you just hear, softly as if it was said on the breeze, "Thank you." And it fades away.
Oh. I'll just I think I know you said softly on the breeze, but I'll just be like, as in if not in normal case. I'm gonna start that again. I know you said on the breeze, but as if it was in normal conversation, I'll just be like, "You're quite alright."
You're not sure whether she heard you or not, but you're confident you got the message across.
Yeah. I'll turn around. Is the suit of armor still there?
The suit of armor is still there, yes.
Is it still moving?
Yes.
Can you understand me?
No response. The armor just stays perfectly still.
So do I know it can still move?
You know it can still move because it moves out of the way as you approach the door.
Oh. Right, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, as it's got no one to guard now, who wants to come with us? Surprise fifth member of the party.
There is no response.
Edward no, Alphonse Ulrich.
But,
Okay, well,
yeah.
I'll leave it there.
The three of you make your way back up to the surface again. By this time, Xenophilius, what have you been doing?
Oh no, I mean, yeah, it is just a sort of
Just literally dancing a jig. Yeah. The guard is sort of making notes and occasionally looking over, and then looking back at the notes again and shaking his head. And as the other three emerge, Xenophilius, it's pretty easy to spot Callahan coming out of the wreckage, let alone the rest. So
yeah, but Xenophilius will just sort of relieve himself. Not relieve.
Just relieved there and then.
He'll relax
Yes.
and just sigh of relief because he doesn't need to do the entertaining anymore, does he? He's just like,
He's visibly relieved.
yeah.
Yes. Alright, but yeah, the three of you emerge and the guard sort of looks over and goes, I've confirmed as much as I can up here. I'll need to return to the town and share the news and perhaps get some more people to investigate the story, but honestly, I'm convinced. Thank you all for taking a look into this. We have enough on our plate defending the town from other happenings. This, no one wanted to go near.
We could have been of some assistance.
Hey, you were hired in by the Etherfall Council, weren't you?
Yeah.
Please, take this, and he hands you a small, sort of strip of paper with a wax seal. It's folded over. It has a wax seal on it that matches the mark of the Temple of Skyron. And just has the words Lee Barrow underneath in the wax seal. and just hands it to whichever one of you is closest.
I guess that will be me. As you got
Alright.
me coming out
True.
first.
Yes.
I say with a big question mark.
So he hands it over to you, Callahan.
Sweet. Oh,
Uh,
but is it for us or for the council? Sorry.
If you-
Is it for us or for the council?
If you hand it over to the council, they will mark this job as complete and recompense you for your time.
Has anyone got a better backpack than a barrel full of pots and javelins who could hold on to this bit of paper?
Yes.
I'll pass it over. Like, any sort of note or anything you've seen me getting paper-wise, I just, like, roughly put into an inside pocket in my jacket. But I feel this is not too important to just wedge in there.
Alright. So Vossa, you collect this small strip of paper with a wax seal from Lee Barrow. The guard makes their goodbyes and heads off towards Lee Barrow itself, ahead of you. Is there anything last things you'd like to do while you're here?
I don't think so.
No, I've got nothing.
There's nothing in particular I'm looking out for at the minute.
Did you say there's something or nothing?
There's nothing in particular I'm looking out for at the minute as a character in this area.
Yeah, we've done what we were here to do. I got nothing in my mind.
Yeah.
In which case, you make your way swiftly back to Lee Barrow. In fact, you had horses, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Which are still tied up out the front here.
Can I do like a quick investigation to see if there's any like hay or feed or anything that we could give the horses?
You
to make
absolutely can, yes. Just sort of scrabble around.
Would that just be investigation?
Just a straight investigation, yes.
I'll like talk to the animals when I come back.
With a 10, there's enough to find a little bit of grain, but it's not really like substantial. So it's not a proper meal, but it's definitely like a light snack.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, as much.
Which does seem to calm the horses down. You can very obviously see, even with no survival checks, there's a lot of stomped ground underneath the horses, so you gather they probably panicked during the night. But not being able to get away from the post, they are all present and accounted for. So you're able to untie them, calm them down a little. They're not too riled up, but you are able to calm them down even further. And make your way through Lee Barrow and onwards to the city of Etherfall itself.
Go.
As you approach, I believe it was, if you're doing a fast ride, you could get there. You could get there by sort of just after lunchtime at this point. So as you ride into the city, it's bright sunshine. The rain that was around has sort of passed on for now. And as you enter the city, it's going about its daily bustle, daily crowds in the marketplaces and along the main thoroughfares. You hear the familiar shouting of bargains being struck and old friends meeting up, that sort of thing, just all through the streets. You approach the town hall, and you can see again several clerks working behind the desks. One of whom looks up as you approach and just gestures you over. Yes.
Wait, who are they?
No, carry on.
No, I was going to ask him who are they gesturing over, or is it just for...
Gesturing all of you, the whole group over. Yeah.
But don't worry, yeah.
Cool. They just go, yes, what is your business today? Dan, you're muted.
Again.
Sorry, it's because when I was searching something on my keyboard, mechanical. Yeah, we've just returned from a quest, an adventure, mission, not sure what you call it, so we need to report to the council on our success of finishing it.
Alright, you'll need a meeting with Miss Nerys. We can get you in... She should be able to see you in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I suppose, no problem.
Alright, I will send word now. You see they scribble something on a piece of paper, hand it to an attendant who you've seen a few walking sort of up and down periodically behind the desk. And they just sort of take it as they pass and head on down the corridor that you know Dahlia's office to be in. You're able to wait fairly peacefully for the next half an hour as the town hall bustles with activity. You see several figures sort of move in and out. One sort of large, well-set man in a fine cloak and sort of a gold-banded necklace. My door has swung itself open in the wind.
Spoopy.
Yep. I hope it doesn't slam itself. And apologies if it does. But yeah, he walks through a couple of times. You see an elven figure, long, blondish hair, with what looks like a blue dragon with butterfly wings curled around his neck, with a long, smooth cloak that just sort of gently swishes as his boots click across the floor. And after about half an hour, you see the familiar figure, again, elven, of Dahlia Nerys, approaching you with her dragon curled around her neck. I'm glad to see you all returned. Have you some report on the Taylor Lee Barrow?
I'll give her the letter that they gave us.
Okay. She breaks the seal immediately as you hand it over. Looks it over. Is it? All right. In which case, they've confirmed you've settled it. If you'd like to follow me to my office for a quick debriefing, then we can settle you up. This way, and turns on her heel again. You see this pretty dragon sort of look over you and just sort of gently shake its head as it looks the other way. And makes their way down to the office. I assume you follow suit?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright. And again, this sort of gentle ringing of a bell as you enter as the door opens. And as you close it again behind you. Again, the dragon crawls off onto the desk as Dahlia sits down. Dahlia opens a drawer in the desk and pulls out 4 small pouches. And pushes them across the desk, splitting them sort of evenly between you. Inside there, you should find 350 gold each.
Ooh.
For your work in Lee Barrow. This was of high import to the noble who oversees the northern reaches of the town.
Sorry, 250 or 350?
350. I believe it said total of 400 in the letters. So you had 50 advance and 350 for completion. We will be in touch with you soon about your next mission as soon as we have something that requires your attention. The books will be slightly drier for you than some of our more prominent adventuring parties. So please assume this 350 may need to last you a while. If you could, and suddenly you see her sort of look up slightly, and everyone but Xenophilius, you begin to hear a commotion outside. Voices sort of crying out here and there, and like movement of feet, like mass movement of feet from outside. Dahlia sort of opens a window and goes, okay, now what's happening? Looks out and goes, okay. I'm glad we're concluded. We'll be in touch soon. If you could please vacate the town hall in an orderly fashion. And you see the dragon look up at this and very quickly flutter over onto Dahlia's shoulders again. Please, quickly. And gestures towards the door.
Oh.
Oh.
Hello, Sense. Good seeing you.
Xenophagus confidently walks out,
Okay.
oblivious to the social situation
Yep.
he's currently in.
Do the three of you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. As you make your way down the corridor and out into the main foyer, even Xenophilius, you now see all of the people that were in this building milling about before have headed or are heading out of the main door, including the clerks behind the desk.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And as you sort of make your way into the sort of scrum of people making their way through the large double doors, you head out into the plaza, which you can see there are lots of people looking and staring and shouting and pointing out towards the sky. And as you get far enough away from the town hall and look back over it towards the north, those of you who could see the sparkling in the air off in the distance, so that'd be Xenophilius, Vossa... Yeah, Xenophilius and Vossa, I believe. You can see this sparkling comet that I described in the first session, off in the distance. But almost like it's broken through the top tail of it is what looks like a large burning object with a black trail expanding behind it, growing bigger and bigger, heading towards the city of Aetherfall.
That's not ideal.
And that is where we end the one shot.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Uh-huh. To continue this adventure, please, if you are watching either on Twitch or on YouTube, pick this back up when we start our full adventure, either late 2021 or early 2022. Hopefully we will be able to get into a somewhat weekly game to continue from this point onwards, and you'll be able to find out what that object is in the sky and begin to explore other regions of the land of Ulkar beyond the regions of Aetherfall's city limits. Oh, thank you all for playing here, my players. Dylan, Dan, Tom, and Audrey. And thank you for watching VenturePoint D&D. We will hopefully be back, as I said, relatively soon. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.